Maybe it's just my network. Yeah. So how was school so far? How many classes have you had so far? Class rep. Oh, Mr. Simon Banda says it's been okay. Can I take the time, colleagues? There's a hand. Modise. Modise.
Sir, you were talking to me.
Yes, there's a hand up. Put your hand up. Oh, so you didn't put your hand up. So, okay, fine. Um, I would like, I don't know whether you've already done it, but just to take a little bit of some time to just introduce ourselves. I'm interested in knowing you, your name by name, your educational background, and what it is that you're doing now, and what prompted you to do an MBA. Is that okay? Is that okay? So who will start? Can somebody start? Who would like to start? Okay. Mr. Chilesh, you can go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, colleagues. My name's Chanda Chileshe, Chanda Richard Chileshe. My undergrad was in computer science. I run my business. I run my own business. I left. I was a banker. I resigned 10 years ago to run my business, and I just thought, let me get an MBA and see what the classroom guys are being taught, because obviously for me, I just taught myself on the street, as I like to say. But yeah, so I'm just interested to see what the classroom setup is as compared to the streets. Thank you.
Great stuff. Self-taught. Impressive. Thank you very much, Mr. Chilesh. Next, Ethel Johnston.
Good afternoon, colleagues. For me, undergrad, I studied finance and accounting at UNZA. I'm an accountant in ZESCO. So instead of me to do finance MBA, so I just wanted to blend it with MBA instead of me to go strictly finance. So yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, I see. I'm looking at the log here. Next one is Barbara. Barbara Mlenga. Go ahead. Barbara Mlenga. I'm looking at the list of names. Barbara Mlenga, can you please introduce yourself? Okay, Beauty. Next, Beauty. Okay, next, Bernard. Bernard Chifwem. Hello, are you able to hear me? Or am I speaking to myself? Colleagues?
No, Doc, we can hear you.
So
We can hear you.
these three names I've called out, are they not able to hear me?
I'm able to hear you, sir, now.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
My network was tripping. What was your question?
The question, I like that. I was saying that I would like to know, each and every one of you by name, your educational background, what you do, and perhaps what has prompted you to do the MBA. May go ahead, sir.
My name is Chimfwembe Bernard. I have a bachelor's in educational administration and management, and I've got certificates in business management. I run my own businesses. What prompted me to do this program is that I wanted to learn more about the business world and to be able to expand my businesses based on the knowledge that I'll be able to acquire from my colleagues and, of course, from you lecturers.
Powerful. Thank you very much, Mr. Chimfwembe. Kalomo, Yemba Kalomo.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, so I have a degree in education from UNZA, and I also have some certificates in agriculture. Right now, I'm working with Zambif under sales.
Okay.
Yes. So I just want to know more about sales, business in particular.
Okay. Thank you. Powerful. Very powerful. Both will.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Bothwell Kumupeu. Yes, I did bachelor's in police and security studies. At the moment, I'm working in the DRC as a security manager for a certain company. We are into agro business. So I decided to study MBA so that I can improve and know the business world. Since I was only, when I was young, I started only as security, doing security. So I wanted to diversify and also know how the business is done outside of security.
Is that all, Mr. Bothwell?
Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay, thank you very much. Powerful indeed. Cecilia? Bothwell, you can mute your mic. Cecilia?
Oh, sorry, sir. Thank you.
Cecilia. Okay, Chilubwa? Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes.
Yes, my name is Jane Chilubamdenda. I studied chemical and biological sciences at UNVA for undergrad, and then I work in production. I decided to pursue an MBA to broaden my business knowledge and develop leadership skills. Thank you.
Fantastic, great. Great stuff. This is okay. Chulufia. Oh, Cecilia, are you still there? Cecilia. Okay, Chulufia, go ahead. If you can go ahead. Chulufia. Christina. So now,
Good afternoon, sir.
sorry, colleagues, if people can't talk, it means they're not paying attention of what's happening in class. Are we together in class? If people are not able to just come to their mic and mute and talk, are they surely in class?
We are in class, sir.
Okay, now maybe we should actually call it off because people are not ready for class. So you can go ahead, Madam Christina.
Yes,
We are
sir.
ready, sir. We are ready. We are ready.
Okay.
Yes, sir. My name is Christine Cherry. I did public administration.
Sorry, is it Christine or Christina? I'm reading it as Christina here.
Either way, sir.
So are you Christine or Christina?
Christine.
Oh, so it's not Christina the way you've written it.
Can I go ahead, sir?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I said I'm Christine Cherry. I did public administration with NIPA. I'm also a secretary by profession. And currently I'm working with the local authority. I'm in administration. So what made me do MBA is because I just wanted to have an understanding of the business aspect. That's all. Thank you.
You will say you did public admin with NIPA. What is it? Is it a diploma? Is it a certificate? Is it a degree? What is
It's a
it?
degree, a bachelor's of public administration.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Mlenga Clement. Clement.
Hi everyone. My name is Clement Mulenga. I did Bachelor of Resource Management. Yes, I'm practicing as HR, and I started doing MBA because I want to not only have insight of human resource, but also to just diversify and understand other aspects. And yeah.
Okay, thank you. I know Ithel has already introduced herself. Faustina is Maplanga. Faustina.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Good afternoon.
Okay. So my name is Faustina Maplanga. I studied public administration of demography at the University of Ghana. So I'm currently working under the Ministry of Health in administration. So I'm preparing this course generally to have an understanding of the business environment and any other thing that comes along with it, and the leadership skills, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
you. Forgiveness, Abigail. Forgive us. We need to hear your voice. Forgiveness, Abigail.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Forgiveness Abigail Msonde. I did public administration and with development studies at UNZA. I'm a secretary in the civil service. What prompted me to do an MBA? I just want to be more acquainted in the business world. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Heather.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay. My name is Hazel Soni. Undergrad, I did financial services, ZICAS in conjunction with UNZA, or rather in collaboration with UNZA. Currently working in the finance industry, Zanaco to be precise. Why I chose to do the MBA is because I want to prepare myself for more managerial roles.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. Helen? 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 Hilda? 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 Okay, Isaac?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, okay.
My name is Hilda Ngulube. Undergraduate, I did Bachelor of Arts with Education under UNZA, and I'm currently working with a financial institution, Tottenham. What made me to do MBA? Just to prepare myself for managerial position.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Very good aspiration. Is
Thank you,
Helen is Helen on the call? Helen, are you able to talk? Helen. Okay, Isaac.
Good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, colleagues. I hope this is the Isaac that has been called.
This is Daka Isaac. I noticed that two Isaacs. This is Daka. Are you the one?
Okay, yes, I'm Daka Isaac.
Yes, please.
Okay, so for me, I think the main reason why I thought of embarking on this journey is just to broaden or acquire more knowledge with regards to business. I did my BBA. I graduated in 2022. I did it with University, but then I thought of doing my MBA just to advance on the knowledge that I already have to just enable me run my businesses smoothly. Thank you.
Okay. So it's time to put the icing on the cake now, huh?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. Great stuff. Isaac Mawele. Isaac Mawele.
Good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon.
Okay. So my name is Isaac Mawele. I did a Bachelor of Education, Special Education at the University of Zambia, and I've been working in sales. I'm currently with Green Motion Zambia. I'm the one heading their sales department. So what prompted me to do this course is basically for career progression, I should say.
Okay.
Yes,
I hope you know what Mawele means.
I don't know.
I'll not go there. Yeah. Okay. Sasa. Ivy Sasa. Ivy Sasa. Ivy Sasa. Jadaida. Jadaida.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, please.
You have already put it. I'm Jadaida Kangungu. I did my undergrad in international relations and development studies, and decided to embark on my MBA. And reason being is that I just wanted to broaden my expertise rather than be specialized in the same field. And just to expose myself to have practical skills that are transferable across all sectors and not just limit myself. Basically. And looking at the future, most importantly, of possessing the leadership role, of course, in more specific in economic development and of course organizational management. So yeah, basically that's what made me do
Okay.
this course. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. Ivy Sasa, are you there? Ivy Sasa. Okay. Joseph. Joseph. Joseph.
Good afternoon. Is that
Yes.
Joseph? We are many Joseph here. There is another Joseph and me. I'm
You are the
Joshua.
one. You are the one that is talking. Just go ahead, sir. There's no other
Oh, okay,
Joseph here.
okay.
On
All
my
right,
own.
all right. Okay, good afternoon, Doc, and
Good
good
afternoon.
afternoon, my learned colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Joseph Savwe, and I did the Institute for Management of Information System. That was a diploma and a higher diploma with the UK. Then from there, I furthered my studies with the UNZA under the program of bachelor's degree in business administration. Now, what has prompted me to do masters is to further the studies to enlighten me in various business operations because I am one of the managers with Melrose Energy trading as the bakery boss. I think you have seen some of the bakery boss products on the filling stations of engine. So we are trying to roll that brand, and it requires that you have proper skills in terms of capital project management, people management, corporate governance issues like that, leadership, because we are working at that high level. So with me, and besides that, we need to be directors at one point or another. I think that is what I can
Okay.
say. Thank you.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you very much. Kaboya One Modesa.
Good afternoon, Doc.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Kaboyane Mudisa from Botswana. I'm a holder of bachelor's degree in business admin with the University of Botswana, and also holding diploma in business management with Limpopo University. Well, basically, the reason why I've enrolled for MBA is to advance my career by qualifying for senior management and executive positions. I'm a public servant.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Great stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Very much. Kashia. Kashia. Chavala. Kashia Chavala.
Yes, afternoon, sir. I've just joined, so I don't even know what's happening there.
What is happening is that you're in class.
Oh, okay.
So, so we would like to know you by name, your educational background, and what you do, and why have you enrolled for the MBA? Why MBA? Why not nursing? Why not engineering?
Maybe I can answer after another. We can take it to another person now. I'll answer.
Well, you're one of the last ones. Okay, fine. Piri Kenny Piri. Kenny Piri.
Good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Kenny Perry, I actually thought of MBA just to broaden the knowledge, realizing it's a world of business out there, either in public sector or private sector. It's like the world just revolves about business. It's a world of transactions, basically. So after a Zika technician arrangement. Then I joined the Bachelor of Accounting and Finance. Then did a postgraduate teaching methodology. And now we want to see the world beyond MBA and see what the world has to offer there.
Wow.
Thank you.
Stuff. Good stuff. Kashia, are you ready now?
Yes, I am. Now I'm on the road. Yes, but I can say something.
Okay,
Okay,
then go
so
ahead.
my name is Kashia Chavara, and my background when it comes to profession is that I'm an accountant by profession. I did ATD from NIPA, then I've done SCCA, remaining with one subject. Yeah, so I'm doing the final stage. Then I've also done a degree from Oxford University. So why MBA? I thought of it like MBA is a broad course, and it will enable me to work in different areas, not just to stick to accounts, because most of the programs that I've done, the accounts related. But when it comes to MBA, it's so vast. It covers, it's cross-cutting. So that was my main interest in taking up MBA, not any other program. Thank you.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Kombe Chimpinde.
Good afternoon, colleagues. As Dr. Kamanga would say, colleagues, my name is Karen Kombe Chimpinde. I did a double major in library and information science as well as public administration at UNZA. And after I got in the pensions industry, I decided to further my studies. I want to learn more about the business aspect of things because I think that's what I'm currently doing. And besides that, I come from a family of accountants as well as one mathematician. And I always thought it was, I think, a challenge. It posed a challenge for me. And I thought, well, let me go into something business related. I think it will have some aspects of accounts. And I think I'm getting there. Thank you.
Great. Hello, member. Hello.
Good afternoon, Doc.
Yes, good afternoon.
We meet once more. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mwemba Malao. I'm a legal practitioner by profession. I did my Bachelor of Laws at NIPA, and this is my second master's program. I already have a master's in commercial and corporate law from the University of Lusaka. Well, what prompted me to venture into an MBA is I'm a business-minded person, and I thought it was wise of me to actually get acquainted with the business world, and also largely it's because I'm more of it's more of a capacity building. Thank you.
Okay. I see Cecilia has been raising her hand. Cecilia, you want to say something now? Cecilia. Okay, we'll proceed. Mabin Mkanda.
Good afternoon, Doc.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, my name is Mebini Mkanda. Currently head of Department for Commercial and Administration. I did business administration at CBU and currently pursuing MBA. The reason why I'm pursuing MBA it's just to vast my knowledge because it's really demanding. Like I need to venture into IT, procurement, admin, HR, marketing, and like it's really vast. So just need to fully equip myself, and yeah, that's the reason why opted to continue with the same course.
Fantastic. Great stuff. Miss Tembo, Miriam. Miss Tembo, Miriam.
Good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, colleagues. My name's Miriam Hope Tembomanda. I'm a civil servant. I decided to do MBM because I thought it was wide. Actually, I do have a degree in human resource. So I thought of doing MBA because I thought there are many positions that I can take up, unlike if I do human resource itself. Yes, thank you so much.
Very interesting. Okay, fine. How strategic. Blair. Chumba. Blair. Blair.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Doc. My name is Blair Chumba. I'm currently a finance manager for a fintech. I hold the bachelor accountancy. I also hold a diploma from the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. The reason I'm pursuing my MBA is also just to strengthen my abilities as a leader and also share more knowledge amongst my peers. Thank you.
Fantastic. Great stuff. Namwinga. Namwinga Nachela.
Good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Namwinga Nachela Mwemba. My educational background, I've got a BSc in health sciences. I've got a diploma in business admin, and I've also got a degree in business admin, and now pursuing masters in business admin. The reason I chose an MBA is because I feel it's broad. You can use it in human resource, in business, in accounting. It covers a lot of areas in business. That's the reason I'm doing my MBA. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ned. Ned Mchimba. Ned. Ned.
Oh, sorry, Doc. Good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, colleagues.
Yes.
My name is Ned Simuchimba. I hold a bachelor's degree in public administration with development studies from the University of Zambia. Basically, what prompted me to do an MBA is just to understand, to broaden my understanding of business and just better prepare myself for the business world out there. Thank you.
Great stuff. Newton. Newton Tuseko. Great stuff. Great. Olivia. 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 Osa.
Hello, good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Osa Tembo. I am a business lady. I own a travel company based in Livingston. And I have a degree in development studies, and I did it from the University of Lusaka. And why I'm doing my MBA is I just want to strengthen my leadership and management skills in my business. Well, I've experienced in business for
about 5 years now. I think the MBA will give me a deeper understanding of business strategy, finance, and also just decision making, which will help me take on greater responsibilities and also just advance my business. Thank you.
Great stuff. Rachel. Rachel. Rachel.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rachel Male. I'm a holder of a bachelor's degree from the University of Lusaka in procurement. So I opted to go for MBA because procurement is narrowed to only buying and supplying. And if you're aiming for those managerial positions, you need to have MBA. So my aim is for the managerial positions. That's one of the things that prompted me to go for MBA. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Rosina. Rosina.
Okay, good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Rosina Matala. I did my undergrad from Lungush University. It was in commerce with accounts and finance. I decided to come and do my MBA because I'm a banker, but I'm not seated in the finance department. So I'm seated on the business side of banking. So I just needed to broaden my understanding of the business side. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. Ruth. Ruth.
Good afternoon, colleagues.
Yes, please.
My name is Ruth Samakai. I have a bachelor in hospitality management. And why MBA? I just want to prepare myself for great opportunities in future. Thank you.
Okay, great stuff. Seki. Yeah, next, Seki Chabula. Okay, Seki.
Oh, good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Seki Kakoma Chabula. I am in the pensions industry. The reason I have a bachelor's degree from UNZA. I did public administration with development studies. And the reason I decided to do an MBA is I think the market is becoming tricky. Everyone is studying nowadays. I just realized to say it's not a viable project to stay without studying. So I jumped onto the bandwagon.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc.
That's great. Well, it's still good. It's still a good reason enough. Okay. The next is Simbarache. 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 Okay. Simeon Banda.
Good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, fellow businessmen. All right, as the Doc has already mentioned, my name is Simeon Banda, one of the wise men from the East.
I hope so.
I hold, yeah, I hold the degree in education, Bachelor of Education, obtained from UNZA in 2016. And I am a teacher by profession. I've taught in Zambia as well as overseas. I recently returned from the Republic of Seychelles. I decided to pursue this program because of its broadness and the growing demand of business knowledge on the global market, as well as to run manage and grow my small business. Last but not least, to remain relevant, as the Prof has already made, as Professor Abuino mentioned, that we have to be relevant in this corporate world. So that's a brief background about Simeon Banda. Thank you, Doc, and fellow colleagues.
Okay, thank you. Takwana. Takwana. Fair enough. Takwana. Takwana. Okay, Tariro. Tariro. Takozile. Mr. Banda, mute your mic.
Good afternoon, Doc.
Mr. Banda,
Good
mute your mic.
afternoon.
Mr. Banda, okay, thank you. Yes, Madam Takozile, you can go ahead.
Good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tokozile Kaseba Shempe, and I did my bachelor's degree in business administration with a major in banking and finance with the University of Namibia. Why MBA? To broaden my knowledge in the business world, to develop leadership skills, build a professional network. I work for the government under Ministry of Home Affairs. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Doc.
Sorry, Vivian. 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 Okay, Wamundila.
Okay.
Wamundila.
My name is Wamundila Siafo. Undergraduate, I did Wood Science and Technology under Natural Resources, CBO. Worked for 3 years in formal employment, then started doing my own thing, self-employed. So I'm doing MBA because I have a lot of people that are working under me, and I have partners that need explanations on how we're running our business. So I give reports to my partners.
Fantastic. Okay, Richard. Richard?
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I did, first of all, CAT, which is a Certified Accounting Technician with ZCAS. After that, I did Advanced Diploma in Business and Finance. After that one, I did SCA, and I've also done ZICA. I have worked in a number of organizations, and I've been working and resigning. I worked for Mount Meru as a regional manager. I resigned after a while. Worked for a German company, Amathion. As a regional manager, I resigned after a while.
Fired or resigned?
Just resigning, Doc.
Okay.
I worked for AGDC's African Global Development Corporation as a regional manager. I resigned there as well. And then I worked for, apparently in my entire career as an accountant, I just worked 1 year as an auditor.
Okay.
After that, I've just been in middle management and probably management as well. I worked for Danavant Zambia Limited as regional manager, but later elevated to general management. At the moment, I'm just running my own businesses, and I don't even intend to work anymore.
Okay.
Why MBA? It's just basically to broaden my business knowledge, since I'm now into my own issues. I feel if I do this one, it will actually help run my businesses properly.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Doc.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Last but not the least, Yvonne. Yvonne.
Good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon. Mr. Shamendes, mute your mic. Thank you. Madam Yvonne, can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My name's Yvonne Piri. I have done accounts, ATD at NIPA. Then I did my business administration undergrad at the University of Zambia. I've worked mainly I've worked in two sectors, which is the banking sector and security. I am currently a business manager at a security company. What prompted me to pursue MBA? I aspire to be a lecturer one day, and also to grow my knowledge in business and also my leadership skills. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. Great stuff. Yeah, I think that's the end, but I'm seeing hands that are up. I don't know, class rep are able to get people to get their hands down. I don't know why the hands are raised. Okay, Rosanna, your hand is up. Mr. Banda, your hand is up. Jedida, your hand is up. I don't know whether these are additional questions you want to ask. Okay, Rosina, your hand is up. Mr. Banda, Simeon, your hand is up. Jedida, your hand is up. So you know me. I don't need to introduce myself, do I? Mr. Banda, I need to introduce myself.
Sorry, introduce yourself.
Hello.
You need to introduce yourself. I'm the lecturer. What else do you want to know? Jedida, what else do you want to know?
Sir, everything.
Anyway, first and foremost, I'm not a full-time lecturer. My background is, accounting and finance, and I'm also a corporate governance expert. I started with the Association of Accounting Technicians, AAT. I actually also studied SCCA. I'm a chartered accountant. I also have an honors degree in business studies with Greenwich University of the UK. I'm a qualified, company secretary by qualification and by practice. I actually studied the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators. I also studied an MBA, as well as I'm trying to remember the other ones. Oh yes, the other one is I have a postgraduate diploma in teaching methodology. I'm also certified. It's called CC TOPS. Somebody said they are in the pensions industry. I will tell you what CC TOPS is, as well as I have a doctorate in business administration. So you may know me from the accounting for managers point of view. Okay, in fact, that's my left hand. My right hand is a corporate governance expert. Okay, like I've said, I teach or lecture corporate governance. At the graduate school, at the graduate school of business, I lecture corporate governance and business ethics. E-campus corporate governance. I have so many years of experience. I can go on and on. Is that okay, Madam Jijaida now? Is that enough? Madam Jijaida, I wanted to know. I've said what it is that I have. I've said what makes me qualified to sit in front of you or stand in front of you. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
So in other words, not to, since you seem to be still doubting, I'm an equivalent of a holder of 3 master's degrees, as well as a doctorate and the others I mentioned. So, what is corporate governance? In your own words, without necessarily, wanting to give textbook definitions, what do you understand by corporate governance? In your own words, what is corporate governance? You must have come to class this afternoon, meeting me, wanting to learn, corporate integrity and ethics. Yeah? That's what the course is called, isn't it? Colleagues.
Yes.
So what is corporate governance? What is corporate governance? It's very serious. For people that are in managers, senior positions. Mr. Piri, Kenny Piri.
Thank you, Doc. So the course is actually called Corporate Integrity. Yes, and not corporate governance. Yes, so but then talking of corporate governance, basically it's just the governance of organizations or expected rules, practices, best practices of how firms or corporations are expected to run, are supposed to be governed, just to say it.
Yeah. So I've asked the question, what is corporate governance? I could as well ask the question, what is corporate integrity? Since you want me to go by the title of the course, what is corporate integrity? Mr. Peter, would you like to say something?
Okay. Well, I may just going by the word integrity. So I know there's a course called corporate governance, and then now the advanced stage integrity. So assuming all the best practice has been achieved, the rules and best practices are achieved, then we expect corporations to comply or to go by the stated standards. Then the integrity would be manifest to be following the laid down expectations.
Indeed.
Yes,
Indeed.
thank you.
Wow. Mr. Shamendi.
I think I just
what is corporate governance?
Corporate governance or corporate integrity?
No, I'm asking what corporate governance is. I only went to corporate integrity because Mr. Piri mentioned. I said that I know that the course name is corporate integrity, but I'm asking what is corporate governance in your own words.
Okay. Okay. Maybe can I start with corporate? What is this?
Okay, fine. Any which way, sir.
Okay. For Integrit, actually, it's a business commitment to operate in an honest and transparent way.
Okay.
Yeah, that commitment of the business, the commitment of the company to operate in an honest and transparent way, ethically, and of course, following the law, laid down precepts and the laws and so forth.
Okay. How about corporate governance?
Governance. Corporate governance is basically just the rules and practices to their processes that are laid down to direct and control a company.
Okay.
Just basically rules, precepts, practices, processes that are put down, directing and controlling the company.
Okay. Good stuff. Thank you for submission. Cashier, you had a hand up earlier. Cashier.
No, I didn't have, but I can submit something there on corporate governance.
No problem.
Yes. So
Go
corporate
ahead.
governance basically is the way the companies are ruled or controlled using the laid down principles of governance.
Okay. I saw some other hand. Which other hand did I see? There's quite a number of hands. Are people withdrawn? Colleagues. So you're going to see, in other words, how can you, perhaps, let me put it this way. Perhaps we ought to think about the building blocks of integrity. Okay. Again, in this case, corporate integrity. Before we come to the actual integrity, to understanding, or achieving corporate integrity. Okay. So I'd like to lead you step by step. I'm hoping that at the end of it all, you will actually understand the concept of corporate integrity as it is. So I've asked the question: corporate governance. What is corporate governance? And we have colleagues. We've heard 2 submissions so far. Any other? Should I assume that? Okay, colleagues. Should I assume that the 2 submissions actually represented what the class thinks corporate governance is about, or what corporate governance is? Should I assume it's representative? What corporate governance is? Silence. Very loud. Should we assume so? Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'll assume so. Let me ask this question then. Do you think, colleagues, if the 3 submissions that have been given about what corporate governance is, should we assume, okay, we're assuming that you've actually adopted those definitions. Let me ask the question: do you think corporate governance principles are actually applicable in a family setup? And in this case, when I say family setup, I'm talking about, there's husband and wife and children. And especially where husband and wife is female and male. So the question is, are corporate governance principles applicable to a family setup? Faustina.
I think they do apply because each and every home, just like any other organization, there are rules and regulations that govern the home. So the mother or the father can decide what time the children should be in the house, what time someone is supposed to be doing this. You cannot be doing things anyhow, anyway, however you want, just because you are there. So those are there to guide, like provide the guide, like a picture of what is expected of everyone. I submit.
Okay. Any other submission? That's a power submission. Any other submission? Mr. Piri Kenny?
Doc, what if we call it family governance instead of corporate governance? I'm just thinking, since it's corporate, but then if we can relate it to family.
I've said, the question is, are corporate governance principles applicable?
Okay. So if we say the principles, just as a simulation to say, they are laid down rules and regulations or best practices of how corporates should run, then how best families can be run as well, just in a parallel way. They also have similar stuff they can follow as families that are assumed to be best practice for a good family or united family or something like that. But obviously corporate will stick to corporate. I stand to be guided.
Okay, no. We shall guide sooner or later. Madam Gashia?
Thank you. Yes, I feel that the principles can apply in the family setup, because when it comes to corporate governance, mainly it's about segregation of duties, like the chairman, each and every, like if there is a board, they need to know their roles and responsibilities. So same in the family. For there to be order and unity, each and everyone needs to know their responsibilities and to draw the line as to where they should end. Because if there is no rules and principles guiding the family, then there will be confusion. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. Any other submission? Is this just Faustina, Kenny Piri, and Kesha that are willing to pass this course? Because if you are thinking and your thoughts are going, do you know why I actually spend time to have us introduce ourselves? Okay, because I look at this, already I'm convinced the class comprises, very educated people, highly educated people, and are not just educated, coming with a wealth of experience. So, like, I think I can't remember who, okay, but that wealth of experience, that's what the real learning is. That's what the real knowledge is. So, if you keep quiet and don't bring out that wealth of knowledge, you don't make your submissions. How then are we to benefit from the wealth of knowledge? So, do you understand? I wasn't wasting time. I didn't want to. It wasn't about wasting your time. It's very important that I actually get a sense of where we are coming from. Okay, so that I actually, convince myself. At least I should be comfortable with very educated people. Okay, by the way, just because I'm, guiding and I'm the one, can I say standing in front of a class, doesn't make me all knowing. Yeah, there's a lot that each and every one of us can bring out, that can benefit actually every one of us. So I need people to talk. I need people to participate, because that's what the learning is, and not just me talking. I hope you understand. By the way, there's no wrong submission. Just like there's no wrong name. We didn't argue. No, hey, Mr. Shamenda, how can you have a name called Wishart? Maybe it's supposed to be Richard. We didn't argue with him. He said it was Wishart Shamenda. Okay. So, Chirubwa.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to submit that the corporate governance principles do apply in a family, because there's assigning roles and responsibilities. Like there's someone who manages the finances, there's someone who makes decisions, and there has to be one that holds the rest of the family accountable.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Both will.
Yeah, I think the principles of corporate governance in the modern day family, they don't work. Maybe the traditional family, because at the moment, like what my colleague just said, these days mothers can say, "No, I'm the provider, and I cannot do certain duties." So maybe my submission that maybe the traditional family principle is right, but not the modern family setup.
Okay, interesting. In other ways, what Mr. Botho is saying here is that a new setup is, the head of the house can be either female or male. Is that what you are saying, sir?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. No, we've gotten your submission, sir. And basically, what you are saying is that are you actually saying then, therefore, that corporate governance principles may be applicable to a family setup or not? At least we've agreed.
I'm saying,
At least we've agreed that
some of the principles may apply, and some may not apply.
Okay. Interesting. Power submission. Power submission. Let me ask this. Another question. Are corporate governance principles applicable in a typical government ministry of any republic? Okay. Corporate governance principles applicable in a typical line ministry of government. You can name any ministry. Ministry of Finance, Ministry of whatever. But the question is, do you think that corporate governance principles are applicable in a typical ministry of government or in the government? You need to speak. I can't decode what you are thinking. Yes, Faustina.
Again, I think they do apply in the sense that I can give an example, like for the recent recruitment that the government conducted. Like for me personally, I'm under the Ministry of Health. So if the principles are not applied, like let's say fairness in a sense, and then the government just goes ahead and recruits without the knowledge of the general public, if they don't apply the recruitment processes that are put in place, they just go ahead and pick whoever is available. I don't think that that's something that can be in line with corporate governance. But if fairness, merit is applied, I think it does apply even in the government setup. I submit.
Okay. Any other submission? Colleagues? Any other? It's a fair, straightforward question, wouldn't you say, colleagues? Colleagues? Kombe.
Good afternoon, colleagues again. Doc, I think the principles of corporate governance do apply in the sense that I'll give an example. For instance, the operations of ZNBC. So ZNBC has a board of directors. So this board of directors is appointed by the minister. The board of directors is in charge of overseeing the strategic operations of ZNBC as a whole. But then there is a CEO and other line managers who run the affairs of the institution. So this board of directors only, I think, meet periodically to look at maybe affirming some of the decisions and then also appointing other board members and also appointing the CEO. So I think to some extent, although somebody may argue that maybe some decisions could be political, they could be coming through directly through the permanent secretaries, but I think to some extent, many of these government institutions do actually comply with government, corporate government or corporate governance ethics or principles.
Okay. Powerful. Any other? Any other? These are the only people that are thinking. These are the only people that are thinking. Any other? Okay, how about, Isaac, Mr. Daka, you can go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Doc. I think it does apply. I think I would look at it in the sense of the government. If in an event that the government wants to maybe offer some opportunity to the public, so there's a principle of tendering before any company is awarded the contract. So, like for example, talk of the construction industry, where maybe there's need for a government school to be constructed. So obviously, government will emphasize on the point that all tendering companies must meet certain qualifications. Like for example, if a company is to do the construction, for it to qualify, it must possess the NCC. So that will actually guide on the professionalism and the ability to deliver. So you find that the qualified personnel will be engaged in that for that company, and the people or government will have the confidence to say this company can deliver. So without that guidance, those regulations, I think it would become really cumbersome and circus, and the quality of work would not be guaranteed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. Tell me. Oh, Mr. Shamende.
Yes, Wallace Doc corporate governance was actually developed for private sector. They are highly applicable to government line ministries.
Okay.
They are essential to ensure that resources are managed effectively and transparently. But remember that these are rules. These are fundamental principles that have to be followed. So that are managing are able to appreciate that certain things are not supposed to be done, and they're supposed to align themselves within the governance systems and the rules that are prescribed.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Okay. How about the church setup? And for intents and purposes, when I talk about the church, I'm talking about a normal church. Our corporate governance principles are applicable in a church setup. Colleagues, most of you go to church. Some of you are even deacons and deaconesses. I'm asking, do you think corporate governance principles are applicable, in a church setup? Okay, so Richard?
Good afternoon, Doc. Yes, those principles apply in the church as well. It also has systems, it has structures, it has rules that also have to be followed.
Are you talking about Mr. Chilesh? Are you talking about a Papa-led church or
No, no, Doc. I'm talking about
church?
in this example, the United Church of Zambia.
Okay, fine. We'll go with that.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I mean, the modern day church. We even have auditors to come in and and we have the meetings. We have what is also called a shareholder. It's which would be a shareholders meeting where we are all present and whatnot. So they are structures as well.
Oh, not that you bring in auditors because people watch them.
Yes, accountability. I think that's one of the tenets of corporate governance. So even in the church, yeah, we need accountability for our money, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Madam
Thank you.
Jedai.
Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Jedai. Ms. Kangungu.
Yes, sir. Like my colleague has indicated, I strongly believe that corporate governance does apply in church. Yes, in that. Probably the only way I can argue with that question or the way it's being put up is that a church is not like a business anyways. Though it does manage people, of course, I mean, there are things to do with finance and all, as in resources, which is that is good corporate governance. It does help in that way. It does help for accountability, transparency, and just good leadership. All in all.
So the question is still stands as do corporate governance principles apply? Are they applicable in the church setup?
They do.
Okay, let's see what Madam Chulwe has to say. Chulwe.
Yes. So some churches do make sure they apply the corporate governance principles, but there are some that I've heard of that even go through lawsuits. They get sued because maybe they didn't give a certain pastor their benefits. So they are supposed to apply the principles, whether it's non-profit or whether they do benefit
Is that
from
bad?
it.
Is that bad? People
Yes.
in church each other.
Yes, but it's not publicized when they go to these court hearings because it's a church. So most journalists don't document that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
Last but not
Thank you.
least, Mr. Shamende, you had your hand up.
Yes.
Mr. Shamende, you had your hand up.
Yes. What you said, churches they have finances to manage. They have got the employees. They also have church members that come from congregate. The issues of coming up with budgets, accountability of offerings and so forth and so on. How those offerings are supposed to be used, building churches, some of the money, charity and so on. So there are rules. There are governance issues that are there to govern all those stages that are there.
Okay, thank you. So, Madam Chulwa, please, we have to mute your mic. Chulwa, please mute your mic. Chulwa. Yes, thank you. So, colleagues, the concept of corporate governance. Colleagues, just give me just 1 minute. There's this phone call I can't avoid. Just 1 minute. My apologies. sincere apologies, colleagues. There's some phone calls you can't avoid. I did not wish to take this long, but on the other side, it appears there was fire for fire. So I was saying that I can't even remember now what I was saying. What was I saying, Mr. Piri? What was the last thing that I was saying?
I actually didn't get you for a long time, so I've been struggling. So I didn't even know when you left.
Oh no, I sought your indulgence to just pick a call. My sincere apology. That's why when I'm in class, I usually leave my phone elsewhere or put it in the drawer so I don't see who's calling. But you see, when you see who's calling, then the heart just stops a bit. You feel this one. Okay, let me just answer.
Understood that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I was saying that, I wanted to start saying one thing. I was trying to say that, corporate governance, has been an interesting, subject matter, and I should tell you, colleagues, that it's been topical, in most management meetings, most offices, in most boardrooms. Okay, and what you will find is that I asked you, what you understood or the definition of corporate governance. What you will see, many scholars or a number of scholars, a lot of people, just like we got a number of submissions on the call in this class. Okay, you find that a number of people have offered, their own definition of what corporate governance is. We cannot talk about corporate governance, colleagues, under corporate integrity or under this course without understanding, the basics, the principles and concepts of corporate governance. You will note, okay, that if you're looking at your module, I will not follow the module, because if I follow the module, you will not understand. But I will, speak about. I will talk to you, on a number of topics in this module. Okay, if you like, starting with the building blocks, so that when you read your module, you should be able to understand what I'm talking about, what the module is talking about. I'm not afraid of telling you that, as you have already seen, perhaps in some other, your earlier, courses that you dealt with. Okay, the modules are sort of, there's some limitations in these modules, but I would like that I deliver value, okay, and not just for your exam. Mr. Peter, I hope you're not here just for the exam, but here for you to understand, the subject, subjects being discussed in every course. So we call or look at corporate governance, the definition of corporate governance, like a moving target. It's like a moving target. In what context is it a moving target? It's because a number of people have offered different and varying definitions of what corporate governance is. Okay. And what you will note, colleagues, is that the application of corporate governance will vary, okay, from one context to the other. In fact, like somebody already noted, the original spirit of corporate governance was, corporate governance came on the fore, to be a solution, okay, to the many instances of corporate failure. Okay, so governments devised, mechanisms on how, they would cure, and reduce the many instances of corporate failure in their various jurisdictions. So, colleagues, when I say corporate failure, please don't start scratching your head, because corporate failure just means a company failing, isn't it? A company closing, a business closing. Okay, because colleagues, just failed to function and cannot go, on in business as usual. So the original spirit of corporate governance was a solution. It being a solution, like someone said, "Oh, it's Mr. Perry for the corporates." Yeah, So, loosely used, and I will repeat this, loosely used, okay, when you say corporate governance, would be saying corporate governance therefore was meant for those institutions that have, generate profit for profit making organizations. That's the original spirit. However, what we see is that corporate governance evolved over time to also deal with, can be applicable, okay, to any, and I'll repeat, to any functioning bureaucracy. Okay. So I'd like to show you now a number of definitions of corporate governance. So I'd appreciate when I say corporate governance. The definition of corporate governance is a moving target. So when I say CG, I just want, it's a shortcut of corporate governance, as denoted here as CG. So in definition 1, or definition A actually, okay, definition A, corporate governance is the system by which companies are directed and controlled. I think we heard this from one, if not two, of the submissions that was made on this call. So, what does this mean? Okay, what is to direct? What is to control? Okay, and what are these systems? So these are keywords: system, directed, and controlled. So while management processes have been widely explored, little attention has been paid to the processes by which companies are governed. So this definition, this statement, brings on the table the idea that just because companies have been operating may not necessarily mean, okay, they are being governed as well. Okay, for the longest time, if you think about your management studies, okay, colleagues, your management theories and practices, you discover that the concept of management has subsisted, okay, for what, 2 or 3 centuries, okay, and primarily, okay, designed to achieve some level of efficiency and effectiveness on the factory floor. So if you want, you just want to see entrepreneurs, business persons, back in the day, okay, wanted to see efficient and effective production processes. Yeah. So they began to, bring on the table all manner of, experiments, simulations to ensure that they achieve some acceptable level of efficiency and effectiveness on the factory floor in the production processes. And therefore, we see that management processes or management concepts have subsisted for hundreds of years. Whereas, the concept of governing a company is fairly new. So that's why we're saying here that yes, management processes have been widely explored, but very little attention has been paid to the processes by which companies are actually governed, or should I say institutions are actually governed. So in the definition B, corporate governance is concerned with how powers are shared and exercised by different groups to ensure that the objectives of the company are actually achieved. Okay, so this is another definition. Again, notice keywords: powers, shared, and exercised. Definition C, okay, corporate governance is concerned with rights of shareholders and other interest groups, and how powers actually are shared and exercised by directors. Notice also, okay, keywords: rights of shareholders, other interest groups, powers shared and exercised. Okay. In definition D, corporate governance is concerned with holders of power in a company, how holders of power in a company should be held accountable for what they do. Very keywords: holders of power, and how these holders of power should be held accountable for what they do. Remember, I've said that to the extent that you're dealing with a functioning bureaucracy, you will see all these keywords, having you see all these keywords at play. Okay, so long as you're dealing with a functioning bureaucracy. So definition E, corporate governance is the systems of rules. Okay, it's a system of rules, practices, and processes by which a company is directed and controlled. Again, keywords: systems of rules, practices, processes by which companies or institutions actually directed and controlled. Keywords. Okay, in definition F, corporate governance essentially involves balancing of interests of the company's many stakeholders. So we see, colleagues, that you've heard we're talking about shareholders. Okay, so shareholders, otherwise called members, otherwise called share owners, otherwise called equity owners, to mean one and the same. Okay, are just but part of a stakeholder, a span of stakeholder groups. So we will have stakeholders among whom we have shareholders. Except from a corporate governance point of view, perhaps, the original spirit, recognized, shareholders as the primary, stakeholder to a company. But there are other, stakeholder groups that actually, involved, and actually contribute to the value creation, okay, or to the, to a company's value proposition, as it were. Definition G, corporate governance also refers to the structures and processes for the direction and control of companies. Again, keywords. Remember in F, balancing of interests of the main stakeholder groups. In G, keywords, structures, processes, direction, and control. In definition H, corporate governance is the mechanisms, processes, and the relations by which corporations, companies, organizations are controlled and directed. Again, keywords, mechanisms, processes, relations, controlled, directed. Okay. Last but not least, definition I. Definition I, okay, corporate governance is the framework of rules and practices, okay, by which a board of directors ensures accountability, fairness, transparency in a company's relationship with all its stakeholders. Colleagues, all its stakeholders, meaning shareholders included. So keywords, framework of rules and practices, and the board of directors. So colleagues, many of us may have come across supervisors or your superiors, okay, who, when it comes to subject matter of corporate governance, okay, and you've heard or you've been given a response saying, "Oh yes, I know corporate governance. I sit on boards." Haven't you heard that? I know corporate governance. I sit on boards. Yeah. I hear somebody give such a response to a subordinate or indeed to myself to say they know corporate governance because they sit on boards. You know what I think? I just laugh to myself and tell myself that is ignorance in the highest order, utter ignorance. Why am I saying so, colleagues? Why am I saying so? You will note in definition A, there's no board being mentioned. It's systems that are being mentioned. In definition B, definition B is power and its exercise and how this power is shared. There's no board of directors being mentioned there. Yeah. In definition C, okay, at the very end, we're talking about directors, but the key words there are rights of shareholders, other interest groups, and how power is shared and exercised. So it can be by directors, it can be anyone, across all accountabilities. Yeah. In definition D, you notice there's no board of directors there. It's just holders of power and how they should be held accountable. Yeah. In definition E, colleagues, in definition E, we're talking about systems of rules, practices, and processes. Yeah. There's no board of directors here being talked about. In F is balancing of interests of the various or many stakeholder groups. There are no board of directors here being spoken about. In G is structures, processes, direction, and control. There's no board of directors. In H, mechanisms, processes, and relations. There's no board of directors here. In I, frameworks of rules and practices. Oh, by the way, it's only definition that's talking about board of directors. So do you understand, colleagues, what I say? I hear somebody speaking English from the nose, pretending to be very educated in corporate governance. They tell you, Oh yes, I understand corporate governance very well. I sit on many boards. I want to repeat, ignorance. Why? Because the fabric, the building blocks of corporate governance, and these have offered in these definitions from A, colleagues, to I. I hope we understand each other. Do we not understand each other? Hello, can I get an acknowledgement? Class rep, how much time do I have? How much more time do I have? Hello?
20 minutes.
Ah, fantastic. Fantastic. Then we can continue.
Oh, no. I thought
Yeah.
it's going up to 17:30, Doc. It's we've gone beyond by 9 minutes.
Okay. Let me just finish this slide then. The one that I've just put on the Okay, so we'll be speaking about corporate governance, right? And the inclination is that, our thinking is when we say corporate, our thinking will be skewed towards profit-making organizations, companies, private companies, public-limited companies, right? Colleagues, the word corporate just refers to a group or association of people, usually authorized by some form of agreement, acting as individuals or in a group, especially in business or indeed in civic activities. So you will see, colleagues, if I make this statement that can we as a corporate or can we corporately shout, okay, I have not said that you're a company. I'm simply saying you as a group, can you shout? Do we understand each other? So corporate, okay, the actual meaning of corporate is just a group or association of people. Except that you see, this group or association of people be bound by some form of agreement. Okay, in other words, they're in agreement in which direction, on whatever it is that they're doing or what direction they're pulling. Okay, and this group may be in a business setting or in another business setting. So do you understand where I was coming from when I was asking whether corporate governance principles are actually applicable in a family setup, in the government, or in a church setup? Then governance is the act, manner, or functioning of rules, guidance, and controls which determine a course of action through an intended or emergent system of processes. So, colleagues, I've been stopped by a class rep. I wish I would continue. But the point here is that we'll pick up from here, colleagues. We'll pick up from here. I hope you've appreciated what corporate governance is. And I'm glad the submissions that were made on this call about what corporate governance is actually fits in one or two or three of the definitions I've actually shown you. Okay, and that corporate just refers to a grouping or association of people, as you have seen on the slide, was usually authorized by some form of agreement. But the corporate will subsist both in a business setting and non-business setting. Okay, with governance, we have internal governance and external governance, as we will see later. So what time are we meeting tomorrow, class rep? According to your timetable, class rep. Or anyone else who has a timetable close to them. What time are we supposed to meet?
Same time, 15 hours.
15 hours tomorrow? Okay.
Yes.
I'll be punctual. Be punctual, okay? All right, colleagues. Have a great... the reading has started, I hope. So, all you men sitting on this call, can you stop, sneaking away from your books and watching football? Okay, football will always be there. Okay, but this won't wait. You need to start.
Sir, can we afford to start missing football? It's live, it's not repeated.
No, but you know, unless you are willing to come and see me again as a repeating student, I have no problem.
We'll still find a way of striking a balance between the two.
I hope so. I hope so. So enjoy your evening then. Tomorrow, 15 hours. Class rep, please remind me around 14, huh? Or even around lunch. Write me a text. If you can't call me, write me a text.
Okay.
All right. Bye for now.